Oh, what up, peeps? Oh, shoot. This is way too loud. What's going on, Batmask Gaming? Do you like Batman games? I'm assuming. How do I trying to be your profile, Batmask Gaming? Looks like you got some. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like a. I don't know if you can see them. There you go. Mostly Batman too. Well, Dark Knight at least. I got a few Batmans there. And you can kind of like see. Yep. Never mind. Yeah, Hot Toys. Exactly. I think you're if I can tell from your thumbnail or avatar there, that's isn't that I don't know, it's so small. Isn't that like a armored Batman though from BVS? Maybe. Do you collect Hot Toys too? I should play some music, man. It's quiet in here. I'm just scared that they're gonna hit me with a copyright or something. Yeah, what the heck? Let's do that. I don't even know how to do that. Maybe I'll just play something on. Oh, you just collect Marvel, strictly Marvel, no DC, nothing like that. I like Marvel too, but they're not in my main display. They used to be, but after Endgame, I kind of like yeah. Well, I'll kind of switch it up a little bit. I like to like move it around. So any new pre-orders, Batmask? Or are you looking forward to anything? Marvel's. Are you gonna get the new Batman though? What was that? The Arkham Bite Batman. That looks nice. I might actually get that one. Might. Let's see how much the price is for. Is it even up on Sideshow anyway? No, it doesn't look like it. I want to say that will be like around 250 though. Maybe more. No, I'm sorry, not 250. I want to say that is around 265. Yeah, me too, man. Endgame. I wonder what's next for Marvel though. I really am interested because Marvel is just fun to collect. It's current. Yet it's progressing. However, I feel like Endgame kind of put an end to that, even with Hot Toys. That's why Hot Toys is just reissuing all of their kind of figures, like this Batman that they're releasing. It's mostly like a repaint. But yeah, I'm interested to see like how Disney Plus would get a hold of this. We got somebody else in here, man. Who's this guy? Let's see. Oh, no one else. My bad. It's me and you. Do you have we were talking about this last week. I forgot his name. The guy from Black Panther, Killmonger. How do you like him if you do have him? Oops. What am I doing here? Oh. Whoop. Where are you from, Bat Mask? Are you East Coast or somewhere else? Let's put some speaker on. Oh, what was that? Yeah, my neighbor having like an estate sale. My dog is like getting crazy up there. All the people outside. Is it what's up? JC? Did I pronounce that right? Or supposed to be Jaxie? Hello there. Oh, where are you from? Is it Jakesy or Jaxie? What time is it there now? It looks dark in here, but it's not really nighttime. It's actually pretty nice outside. By nice, I mean 37 degrees. I should play something here. Hold on. Or there's three of us now, or four. Maybe I'm not included in the three in the room. Hey, Jaxie, or JC, what do you collect? Do you collect any hot toys, or what are you mainly into? Let me put something on, guys. Hold on.
Battery 70%. Connected to William Henry has his iPhone. Connected to William's iPad.
Hey, what's up, Austin? Jack Dempsey. All right. Marvel Legends. Man, I always wanted to do Marvel Legends, but aren't they expensive as well? They're like $25, man. Do you have any hot toys at all? I mean, I guess in a grand scope of things, Marvel Legends is cheaper than Hot Toys. All right, Jack, let me ask you. I always want to talk about this on one of my videos. Would you rather have 20 Marvel Legends or one Hot Toys? I always wondered. I mean, I got a lot of Hot Toys, but they don't make some of the figures that I want or the characters that I wanted. But yeah, I always thought about that. I don't know. I don't know which one I would choose more. One Hot Toys. I know, right? Like for I don't know. I guess because I do photography, because one Hot Toys looks better in my opinion than 20. Well, I guess if let's say Marvel Legends is $20 a pop, so that means a typical Hot Toys is what, $225. So you're talking about 11 Marvel Legends, I guess. Hey Austin, is there a difference between the older Hulkbuster and the newer Hulkbuster that they released, or it's purely reissue? I'm not sure. I think it's reissue, right? For the ones who missed it. I know Austin Hot Toys is hands down the king of figures right now. Oh, you got the accessories pack too. Oh, the Veronica, nice. Isn't that separate? Like you got to buy that for like $200 or something. Hot Toys been losing their mind lately. Where the heck is that? Let's see. Am I playing something? I played a really faint music in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't want to get tagged by YouTube, like copyright. But it's just really quiet in here. It's freaking me out. And it's like instrumental, so I hope they don't. I hope the program doesn't figure it out. So how many Marvel Legends do you have, Jack? I got a friend who like collects Marvel Legends, and the other one is kind of expensive too. What's that? It's like $80 a pop. I had one. You know what? I have Austin. I haven't even seen that movie. Is that any good? The Punisher Warzone. 80. That's a lot. That's the one with the build a figure as well, right? Like Jack, like you get them and then you get some. Or am I talking? Am I like thinking of a different figure here? No, I think that's the one where it's like a build a figure, you get some specific like leg or something, then you put them together. 80. So let's just say that would be four hot toys then. Really, Austin? All right, all right. I'm gonna give that movie a chance. I always thought that movie went straight to DVD or something like that, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Although I would say, as far as Punisher, I did really like the Punisher from Daredevil, which is the Netflix Punisher. I like that. Specifically when he appeared on Daredevil 2. Yeah, it's 2. I'm not a big fan of the individual Punisher streaming, but I thought it was kind of boring to be quite honest with you. At least the season 1. What hot toys do you wish they made? I would say what's going on, Kyle? Looking forward to Hot Toys Punisher War Machine. Yeah, that looks dope, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but they said it's through a game. I'm not really sure what game it is. I haven't played that game. I think it's a mobile game or something. But the guy itself looks great. Like the combination of Iron Man, War Machine, and Punisher just works for me. Don't know if I'm gonna drop almost $400 still, but maybe if Big Bad it goes on sale for Big Bad or something. Who knows? But yeah, that looks really nice though. I don't know what it would. Is there anything under that line? I think there is. But yeah, Austin. Other hot toys. I just want him to make a Joker figure. That's it. Or Logan. Those are the top two in my list that I hope they would make. Austin, I don't think they will because Enterbay did NBA figures, and I don't think it went really well. So, and actually, Enterbay is pretty good. Their head sculpt is good. It's just that they're bad at marketing, Enterbay, and see, it's different. The anti I don't know. The NBA figures should be a little bit cheaper because they don't really have any accessories. Their accessory is a ball or a trophy. Yet they price themselves like Hot Toys figures. So plus their marketing is just they're marketing it to they should be marketing the NBA figures to everyone, you know. Oh, WWE figures? Oh, you're talking about Enterbay? No, Enterbay did NBA, but WWE Storm Collectibles did WWE. Is it Storm? Yeah, they did Hulk Hogan and just Hulk Hogan. Yeah, they only did Hulk Hogan. They did several versions of Hulk Hogan. They got the NWO Hogan and the Hulkamania Hogan, which I don't have. Oh, Hot Toys? No, no, no. They're not gonna touch WWE or any sports. They're gonna stick with Disney. I bet you. That's where their moneymakers at. Like sports figures are a risk. So Hot Toys does not like taking risk. And I don't blame them as a company, honestly. But as collectors, we kind of want some diversity here and there though. Did you get yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that Hogan figure though. It's expensive. It's like around $300. And the face is just not, I don't know. I didn't like it that much. So hey, does any of y'all gonna get that Batman, the Batman Arkham premium package, the shiny one? That looks nice. Or what was the other one that was announced? The Miles Morales one. That looks pretty good too. I'm surprised they made that, honestly. But I guess Spider-Man is their new Iron Man, so it's just fitting. Yeah, yep. I know, Kyle. I think they're running out of materials right now. That's why they're just reprinting this figure. That Batman, that better not be like 265, although I feel like it's gonna be 265. Kyle, they've been like, yeah, no, man, I know what you mean. They've been playing it safe since Marvel. Jack, you mean from the movie? Peter Parker from the movie Into the Spider-Verse? I think they're going to. And it's easy money for them. I don't think they need to buy. I mean, they don't need to get likeness. I think, I'm not an expert when it comes to this, but they're basing it off the characters based off animated characters. So that will be a little bit easier for them. So I think they will go out in this Spider-Verse. But yeah, to your point, Kyle, they've been stagnant, man. They've been doing Iron Mans and Spider Mans and Justice League and all that stuff. Yeah, Iron Man is. You know what? I got to give it to them though. Iron Man sells for them, but also that is their best figures, or at least my best figures. I feel like are Iron Man. It's there's innovative and Austin. Yeah, reissue all the diecast. I don't think they'll do that, but I think they'll reissue the ones that are really expensive, which is they already did that with 47. I think they're gonna do that with 5, especially that if Downey doesn't, well, Downey's in another movie, right? He's gonna do another Iron Man with Black Widow, so they have another chance to sell another Mark Iron Man, whatever. So yeah, 47 was they're reissuing 47. I personally wouldn't get it. I don't know, for whatever reason, it just doesn't appeal to me. But 5, if they reissue 5, I'll get that. 6, I was dumb. I sold my 6 for $350 as well. So that was a really dumb move on my part. Jack, one hot choice. It was easy. It's this guy. Oh, it's this guy right here. Joker, DX11. And it's not the best figure, but it has the most character, I feel like. So, plus it has tons of accessories and 2 head sculpts. So that would be my only hot. If my house goes on fire and I can only save one, this guy right here. Although I would say my most impressive hot toys might be how do I point this? Right here. This DX15. Is that DX15 or 17? Whatever DX that is. Mark 1. Everyone's just dying for a Mark 1 at this point. And they should. They should release that like this year, I hope. Announce it at least. 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 4. I like 4. 5. I like 5 too because it's unique. Although it doesn't hold too much value in me because the armor itself was not impressive, at least in the movie. 6 was nice because it appeared both on Avengers and Iron Man too. But 7, just the removable panels and all that stuff. I love that. Mark 6. Yeah, I would say for me, I don't know. I personally like 50 more. I just kind of like evolved in it. But 7 is really impressive because of the removable stuff. So it's kind of like having 3 figures, really. You got the fully loaded version, you got the battle damage version, you kind of have like the clean version. So a bang for the buck, I would say 7. 50, I think it's nice because it's newer, but I think it'll be replaced by 85. Dreamline. That's a good question. Like just one line itself, because line is it's a huge one. I never really thought about that. Dreamline probably would be. Yeah, I don't know. Rocky? Well, that's kind of weak though. All the characters. Oh man. That's a good one. Maybe. I love Dark Knight. So if they can re-release Dark Knight and make a proper Joker, I would say Dark Knight. But they pretty much released everyone but Talia Al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul. Maybe a proper Scarecrow, something like that. Yeah. Back to the Future is nice, Jack. That's a good one. Rocky, like I love Rocky. I like the movie Rocky. But they released Rocky before, but it was that's their new that was their old they were new back then, so they weren't that good. Universal, what's going on, man? Caustic plastic Rocky figures. They have not. Can you put a link somewhere? You know what? Let me search that real quick. I'm a huge fan of Rocky, man. I've been looking for a proper Rocky. Oh, you know what, Kyle? Now that you mentioned that, okay. So if any line, I would say I love video games. So let me take that back. Let me take that Dark Knight. Although I love Dark Knight too, I would say Last of Us. So if any of you has a PS4, highly recommend. If you haven't done so, please play The Last of Us. It's one of the best figures. I mean, one of the best games I've done. I'm happy with those two characters, Ellie and Joel. So left calf. Oh really, Austin? I gotta check that out. I haven't even seen that. Predator is nice too. Although, like Predator gets repetitive. I don't know about you guys, but I owned the classic Predator and a few more Berserker. At some point, to me, there maybe, and this is a fair point as well. Maybe I'm just not a big Predator fan, so that's why to me they're all Predators. And then I get kind of bored, so I sold most of them, and I just left one Predator, which is the Celtic Predator. Is it Celtic? The one from the movie Predators versus Aliens, but the one with a scar on his mask. So yeah, if they can, you know what? That's a good point. Arkham Asylum Batman with Batgirl. I know they kind of like teased Batgirl in one of their catalogs. So if they can do that with Two Face, and all the villains, Penguin, man, that would be insane. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it all though. That's the thing. I'm not. I always feel that if their figure is based out of, let's say, video game, that it shouldn't be priced the same way as an actual person. That's just me. I know it's kind of crazy sometimes, but all right, awesome. That's hey, what's up, Neuro? Welcome back. Do you think Hot Toys will ever have any competition? I hope so, man. But the closest one, quality wise, if I'm not just being totally biased, here was Enterbay. Enterbay, quality wise, and head sculpt is the closest one to Hot Toys, and they're not even that close, because the IP that they got is like from Chinese movies that was shown 30 years ago. So they also, would they ever have any? I don't think so. As far as marketability, the closest one today to them is Asmus, but they only do Lord of the Rings, which was the last movie was shown, what, 2003? So I don't know. I know, Kyle. Like, if they're not charging the person for likeness, why are they passing? Why is it the same price as, let's say, Endgame figures, which is, they got to pay the actor to have his head scanned or something, whatever. I know, Kyle. I think they're proud. The problem with Enterbay, and I think they're good. They have a horrible marketing strategy, and I think they're going down, honestly. So yeah, they got the quarter scale Enterbay. You can even make an argument that their quarter scale Joker was better than, maybe not better, maybe in line with a quarter scale of Hot Toys, but that got released years ago than the quarter scale Hot Toys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed with the quarter scale Joker that Hot Toys produced, because it didn't have all the necessities that we've been wanting for a long time, yet they already know what they needed to make. So I know, Austin, Enterbay was up there before, with the DX, not DX, with the Terminators and this quarter scale. I personally don't collect quarter scale. It's too big for me. I mean, you see this is already jam packed, and I don't even know where to put the quarter scale if I ever have one. So, but yeah, I do hope somebody challenges them, because Monopoly is bad. That doesn't give us much option. I know, Kyle. I was disappointed they got the quarter scale, which is a bigger canvas for them to get the Joker right. We've seen like, and it's funny because I don't know if there's a lot of Hot Toys apologists around the internet. So when I criticize them, man, I get like a lot of hate mails. So it's like, well, you do it yourself. It's like, I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm not gonna make a figure by itself. I'm just saying, like, we evolve. Our standards should be high because their prices are going high. But when I say like, hey, you know what, that Joker should have had rooted hair, they're gonna be like, well, the hair is made out of lamb, so they can't just import it like customizers. Like Asmus has been doing rooted hair. It's like what, and it's pretty good. Like you've seen Asmus Crown series for Gandalf, that looks pretty good. So yeah, Blitzway. These are the guys that I have hope with. Blitzway, Asmus. Star Ace is a hit or miss. They got some nice licenses, but man, I mean, I don't know. Austin, yeah, that virus is hurting us right now. Not just collectors, but if you have investments, that sucks for you too. Um, Man, market crashed bad this past week, and I think virus is delaying everything. Not just production. At the end of the day, we're kind of mad because toys are getting pushed back, but lives are. I'm sure in the factory, you don't want to go to work. Like if you're in China or Hong Kong, that's where the majority of the issue is. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks for everyone, man. Yeah, you know what? At this point, I really don't have Austin. I don't really have. I got pre-orders, but nothing that I want right now. It actually is pretty good because it gives me time to appreciate some of the figures that I have. Because like some of them I haven't even taken pictures of because they come in so fast and so frequent. But now that we do have a break, my wallet has a break too, and you kind of get like, hey, you know what? This guy is actually pretty nice. I got Two Face there, which I haven't even taken a picture of in my Instagram, and I love taking pictures. But yeah, the most one that I really want to have, honestly, is Superman. And I know Sideshow started sending them out, but I don't pre-order from Sideshow anymore. Do you guys still do Sideshow? I'm strictly Big Bad now, and not because well, kind of part of this is because they support the channel, but um the shipping. So that's the only part. Oh, Jack, you don't do Sideshow anymore. Good for you, Neuro. For those Big Bad Toy Store guys out here, just putting it out here. If you guys are buying from Big Bad, can you click my link? The one that I put on the description. I don't get any. How do I say this? I don't get any commission. It's not like Sideshow. However, that's how they track if my videos are effective or not. So if you're gonna buy it from Big Bad anyway, go there. Kyle, let me ask you something though. I get the payment plans, but I have this discussion with some of my collector friends. Does that, because if you're saving more from Big Bad, let's say shipping and all that stuff, does payment plan really matters though? Because at the end of the day, if you're paying, let's say 400 for a figure, both of them are 400. It's just a matter of you paying 100 each month, and at the end of the day, you still paid 400. You know what I mean? So you're not really. I mean, Austin, they got like a old school Chris Reeve. I just reviewed that, but it's really old though. It's like a Superman. Yeah, it's like the box is really nice. Lewis Lane, if honestly, sometimes if I want a figure, I don't think Lewis Lane is gonna sell honestly. So kind of like Jarrell. So I doubt they're gonna make one. Oh, a reissue. They might, they might. It's one of those things where who are you talking about, Jack? Chris Reeves figure? It is nice. And it's one of the old that is actually my first Hot Toys ever. I think that was released in 2011. It was a gift. And I loved it. But that didn't push me to collecting Hot Toys, to be honest with you. It was MMS 68, which is Joker. Blade is another one that is due for a re-release. You're right, Austin. That was a long time ago. I almost forgot. They are releasing the most sought after ones. Really, are Blade. Back then, at least when I was in 2015, Blade, Two Face, um, Leonidas. But Star Ace made a Leonidas that kind of fulfilled something's missing from my collection. So I really like that Star Ace Leonidas. If you can snipe one on eBay, that could satisfy your Hot Toys Leonidas need. Wolverine Origins, you're right. Yeah, the Wolverine Origins that was going on for a lot of money back then. Um, who else? Man, you're giving me back memories here, Austin. Jack, yeah, if I'm being totally honest here, NX, not sure if it's NX2 or NXC. Okay, what's going on, man? Endgame Widow or wait for that's a good question. I would personally go for Endgame Widow only because I like the movie. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the Black Widow movie. Maybe I will. But you're right. Like in one of these instances where you don't really want to have multiple figures, at least I don't. I don't want to have multiple Black Widow in my collection. Um I would go for the Endgame version. It's guys, let me know if the movie's too. I mean, if this song is too loud, or if you can't hear it. I'm playing a song in the background, but I just don't want to get hit by copyright by Hot Toys. So let me know if it's getting too loud. Um, I would go Endgame, honestly. Endgame, because I'm planning to get all the Endgame figures as well. So if the Widow movie is good, maybe I'll get that too. But I'll honestly, if you want to wait, you could. I don't think Black Widow Endgame is gonna sell out. So you know what? You're right. Just wait. Wait up. Just wait and you decide. Neuro, Star Ace Leonidas. I love that. I even got I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. Themistocles, I think. Yeah. Themistocles is nice too. Hey, Neuro, I'm not even Greek. And I love those movies. Anything that involves if now that man, Neuro, you just don't get me started now. Now I want to get like I think Kyle asked me earlier what kind of hot toys do I want. Now I want hot toys to do Achilles from Troy and Gladiator Maximus. Man, that would be great. Kyle, how about Henry Cavill playing possibly as Wolverine? First of all, I don't think that's gonna happen ever. Uh I don't mind it honestly but I'd rather have either Tom Hardy do it, but it's not gonna happen because Tom Hardy is like not super tall as well. But I mean, how many characters can we associate Tom Hardy from? He's now Bane and Venom. I hope it's somebody new who play Wolverine. Honestly, Austin, you can't hear it. Beautiful. So I'll just keep it to myself then. Endgame Thanos and Black Widow. Yeah. Which Thanos are you guys getting though? Because Thanos has two versions now. Um, Themistocles. I hope I'm saying that right. God damn. Yeah, Themistocles is nice too. They released a version 2 of Themistocles. So which end game are you referring to? Because there's two. I honestly wanted to get the battle damage version, but I forgot that Hot Toys. Oh no, not Hot Toys. Sideshow messed up on one of my orders, so they gave me like this coupon code or something, and I can't refund that. So unfortunately, I'm gonna get the non-battle damage version. Although I do like the battle damage version more. I'm not gonna get two because that would put me with three Thanos. You know what? I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get three, but so far the plan is not to get three Thanos. Oh, you want the clean armor Thanos? I guess you know what you're right. I just feel like the because I do have the Infinity War version and he has the gauntlet, which is proper. I just felt like the battle damage version is more accurate to the movie. I'm not a comic book guy, I'm more of a movie guy. So, oh, you don't like the Thanos figures, Austin? You gotta check out the at least the Infinity War. I love that. Like the face sculpt is great, man. Proper lighting, proper lighting. It's terrific, man. In I don't know about y'all, but I felt like Infinity War was a better movie than Endgame. Don't get me wrong, I still love both, but that's why I took the Infinity War Thanos. I think like his story was more developed in Infinity War, and I kind of like associated with that character more than the Endgame Thanos. Don't get me wrong, the Endgame Thanos is more badass as far as the aesthetics is concerned. I don't think it sucked, Kyle, but certainly the Back to the Future nature of it didn't help for me. Gap in the shoulders. Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah, he does have a gap. But as far as like for me, just me, I buy this figure specifically to take pictures of, not specifically to display because my main display case, as you can see, is kind of limited. But taking pictures, I can easily take that out. Oh, Kyle, you think the Joker movie sucked too? You're talking about the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, right? Well, I don't think it sucked, but I don't think it's as good as people makes it out to be as well. Yeah, like when it comes to Joker, people are just like, or Batman, or anything for that matter. I suppose. Jack, what's up? Oh, yeah, Jack, you're talking about the Joker movie. It's okay. I liked it too. I liked it. I don't think he was better than Ledger, but you know what, Kyle? What I feel about that Joker movie was that you could take out the title Joker and it could be any serial killer. I feel like the comic book aspect of it or the Joker aspect of it was gone. Like you can change the title to the clown and it would still be a good movie. I just felt like it was I wouldn't say generic. For it was good. It was a good movie, but there are like times where it's just like, okay, where's this heading to? I wouldn't even want to call it too dark because people were saying it's too violent. No, it's not too violent. I've seen Kill Bill, and John Wick was more violent than that movie. Oh, it's right here. Are you gonna play video games? Okay, go ahead. Go take your Switch. Go there. Yeah, it feels like we didn't get the full Joker in that movie. And maybe that's the point. Maybe it's just the beginning of a saga of movie but they kind of like build it as a one and done. As a one and done, I don't think it was enough. But the Ledger Joker has it all, in my opinion. And I was born in the 80s, so I saw before Ledger it was Nicholson, which I thought was really good. But so Nicholson, I felt like he passed the crown to Ledger, and but I don't necessarily think Phoenix took it from Ledger. It's okay. The Patterson suit, I still prefer the Ben Affleck suit. Um, I still prefer the Ben Affleck suit, but so far I haven't seen Patterson though. I've seen him when he looks like a Daredevil, but I didn't see the full. I think the one that's surfacing is a what do you call this? A stunt double, which is okay if we're gonna base it off that. I just hope he lifts weight, man. I mean, I'm talking about Patterson. I know Austin, like Endgame. If I do a review, let's say I get Endgame, and not only that, like they would announce it, and then it will take years for production. By the time we get the figure, at least I forgot some parts of the movie, and then the hype is gone. Like I'm not that excited anymore. Like when they announced this battle damage Thanos, for example, I was really excited. By the time I get it, there's so many movies that came out that, let's say Guardians of the Galaxy, we don't even have Gamora yet. I don't remember the entire Guardians of the Galaxy movie anymore. So I don't know why it takes so long Superman from Justice League. People were. I gotta rewatch Justice League then. You know. Okay, you mean Ben Affleck? Yeah, that. Well, I think he was in a. I don't know if it's him or the character itself, or he was just like. Isn't he like more personal issues than he? I thought he was a good Batman. Maybe not a great Batman. He was decent enough that I would see a solo movie for him. I don't mind. I really don't mind at all. So I know, Austin. Can you imagine, like, if if Amazon gives you an estimate, it was like, hey, guaranteed delivery date of this day, and it doesn't come through, you would call Amazon, right, and complain. But with Hot Toys, it looks like we're at their mercy. And some of the collectors would even call you. It was like, well, they're making it right. They're blah blah. It's like, dude, how long do you need? It's like we're giving you almost a quarter of $1,000. What the heck? It's like, how much time do you need? Emery, what the heck are you doing there, man? You should be here. Emery, you gotta come over, man. Ace Toys Power Rangers? No, that's Justin, man. Justin already got 4 of them. Yeah, I don't even know the formula of them releasing Hot Toys, honestly. Like, I think they would just come up with a number and try to hit that number. Austin, I know Sideshow has been screwed by Hot Toys. Remember when Sideshow has the rights for Star Wars, exclusively them, and then Hot Toys took over and no one bought their R2D2 because everyone bought the Hot Toys R2D2? Jack, Mafex. I like them too. Mafex, but they're a little expensive. They're a bit more on the expensive side. Honestly, if I'm gonna buy Mafex, I'd rather buy, what are those figures? The one with hella, like, they're not miniature Hot Toys. They're like 110. God damn it, I forgot their name. I bought a Wolverine of those. But I'd rather buy that. One custom or something? No, not that. And I wanted to go into that line too because they're a little cheaper. Mesco, Emery, that's why you should be right next to me, man. We should do the Nobi style. I don't think the Nobi's doing a live chat with I like that. I like that series by the Nobi. It's I like but I wish they would do a live stream. Mesco, yeah, right. I'd rather buy Mesco than Mayfex, honestly, Jack. You know what, Austin? I like Mesco, man. It's, to me, they're a bit expensive though. Because imagine that they're almost $100. Their dark side is 150, I'm not mistaken. If I add $80, I got a Hot Toys. Why would I buy Mesco then? Like, that's my mentality about this. These things are expensive. So I mean, I do like Mesco though. Are they mini Hot Toys? They're a third of the price, and you're also getting a third of the quality. So I suppose, can they? Yeah, Mafex, I think they're still under 100. However, they're. I'd rather have Mesco. Yeah, sure, they don't make all the figures, but if I'm going the cheaper route, I'd rather get Mesco. Yeah, Kyle, those Power Rangers do look good. And Sideshow is out of their mind because they are charging the same price as Hot Toys. Yet their quality is nowhere near Hot Toys. I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's like you make a video game machine that is way worse than PlayStation 4, and you're asking the same price as PlayStation 4. I mean, then you don't stand a chance. Oh, Mesco, I didn't even see that they made an 89 Batman. Is that something new, Austin? Because I used to have like, no, not 89 Batman, but somebody from this chat bought it from me, like snatched it from me. It's Emareo. It's is it 89? No, no, man, it's not 89. It's the second Batman. Kyle, you're talking about Sideshow. Sideshow has bad everything. I'm tempted to get on Big Bad. They have a Sideshow statue of Man of Steel, and imagine Man of Steel came out 2013, and they're still on the shelf because they said that they used a different type of material. It's not really a statue; it's more like a PVC. And Big Bad can't get rid of them. They're giving what like $100 to get them off your hands. So basically, a statue would be worth 150 or 200, and I still think it's a little too much. Sideshow should just be should be a distributor at this point. They should just stop manufacturing whatsoever. They're out of their minds. They wanted their Wolverine, which I think looks nice, but the fact that it's priced the same way as Hot Toys Batman, I mean, I can't justify that. Enix, yes. They are due for a classic Predator. Classic Predator would be nice. I had the old one, not even the first one, the re-released one. But if they can tweak it a little bit, like what I'm talking about, like in their face, to get rid of the joints, that would be really nice. You know what, Austin? I'm gonna check it out right now. Kyle, you know what? That's why I'm that's why I'm doing this live stream, man. I can't review anything. You're absolutely right. I'm slowing down two things. Since Marvel kind of died down, I'm not really interested in not just not interested, but it I guess it kind of slowed down my passion for collecting as well. And not only that, reviewing. I love reviewing. Believe it or not, I'm not more into displaying. I'm more of like shooting it, taking pictures of it. But the prices, especially that they charge taxes now. So now I know it might sound to European friends here like boo hoo. We've been paying taxes and import taxes and all that stuff. But in the U.S., we just kind of experienced tax last November or October or something like that. And it really adds up. Like if you buy a $230 figure, if you buy it from Sideshow, you're almost paying $50 extra because of shipping, which is $25. It's ridiculous. And then the taxes would be around 7%. So you're looking at around $50 extra. And that's a hard pill to swallow. $300 for, let's say, Killmonger, and then you get him, and you forgot how Black Panther ended because Killmonger was released 2 years after Black Panther. You know what I'm saying, or Shuri, which is a beautiful figure, but how long are you really gonna be? She's gonna be really relevant. You know what I mean? Do you think Hot Toys Mo? What's going on, Mo? Did you just join? All right. Mo, if I were you, I wouldn't even. Which Wolverine do you want it though? Do you want the first Wolverine figure? Because that is really expensive. The one where he's wearing like a flannel shirt. It's honestly, it's not even that good. I used to have that, so I wouldn't spend too much money on it. Would they make another one? I guess if since Disney owns Fox now, which the ones who makes X-Men and Wolverine, if Hugh Jackman ever makes another one, I think we would. But since like I wanted a Logan so bad, Hot Toys is not gonna make it because so I bought the So toys. I highly suggest Mo just get the So toys. I mean, if you just want a proper Wolverine, just get So toys. The head sculpt is actually not that bad. His claws are made out of metal, so that'll be good. Kyle, never say never, man. Are you retiring? Don't retire. I tried retiring so many times, and look, 10 years later, I'm still here. You can kind of like slow down for a little bit, maybe a few months. Just kind of like stay away for a moment, you know. Mo, you're talking about old man Logan. Mo, you're talking about the Last Stand Wolverine. Austin, no doubt, I like that Michael Keaton figure as well. I always want to have a Keaton. The problem with Michael Keaton, which is I did had at one point until Amareo took it from me, bought it actually. Uh, you can't move it. But then again, maybe it's not meant to be moved. You know, Middle Europe and shipping from sites is more than you hot says. Damn. So what is your options? Enix is I'll just call you Enix, if you don't mind. Yeah. Jack, a Yavin ceremony look. That sounds fancy. What is that? You know what? I'm gonna Google it. Kyle, one figure a year, man. You're gonna go cold turkey like that, huh? You're just gonna drop it? I've seen that. How much is it for? The Trick or Treat Studios, Michael Myers. Man, customs are ridiculous anyway. But hey, you know what? They can price it however they want. If they want to price their figure 5,000, more power to them. Not gonna buy it, but I'm not even gonna blame those guys. Noble, what's going on, man? I see your signature like emoji there. Kyle, that's $115. Is that 1/6? That Trick or Treat Studios, Michael Myers. I know they're not the same quality as you know. I don't want to offend any of our custom friends, the guys who collects custom, but if that is at least a third of a custom price, if not four times the price of custom. I mean, I'm not even a big fan of, horror figures, but I'll buy it for that price. Definitely I would. Mo, do you want to collect every Wolverine? Let me tell you something. I own pretty much every Wolverine there is. Days of Future Past, you watch my review, and I get a lot of flack for that. It was 250 at that time, which was not bad. It was retail, and they weren't charging taxes at that time when I bought it, and I felt like I was robbed because I get a figure which is not even the signature Wolverine. All I got was two claws, and that's it. And then the face is too stagnant that I can't pose it anything than just an up and down pose. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got dicked around by trading that figure. So I traded that for a New Hope Vader. At that time, I thought they're not going to release another Vader, but obviously I was wrong. They released like seven Vaders afterwards, and I got the worst Vader, who the belt was always being messed up, and he talks, but he doesn't talk. You got to remove the batteries and all that stuff to talk. You know what, Jack? Let me find that yellow jacket look. So when you say yellow jacket, my first thing is that the guy from Ant-Man. Okay, let's see. Yellow jacket look. Oh, okay, I see it now. It's just like a graduation picture. This seems like I guess like a medal or something. Would they make this? Hey man, I don't even doubt Hot Toys at this point. They're gonna milk Star Wars too. And I think people are gonna buy that. I know, Austin. That's where I miss Hot Toys. And I get it from a company standpoint, which is this might or might not sell. Villains historically doesn't sell. Um, the only ones that does, I would say, is Thanos. He's hardly a villain anyway. I mean, he's the biggest villain out there. But historically, if you talk about Electro, some more villains in the past. Red Skull he did sell, but not as much as we think it will be. It's a bad business move, I get it, but they're in a business of collectors where passionate people are in, so they should. I think they should. Sometimes they need to take gambles, man. Yeah, you know what, Kyle? We didn't almost get Drax. Remember from we did eventually get Drax. it only took 3 years after everything was released, and then all the hype was gone. Like your excitement is gone. That by the time Drax came out, there's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So Austin, let me see that right now. By the way, Jack, I saw that yellow jacket, Luke. This guy right here. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know. They might. You never know. Kuhn, what's going on, man? Do you think about what do you think about Toys Era humorous and Juggernaut? Toys Era left a bad taste on my mouth with that Joker. So plus that humorist one, unless you're a completionist, maybe I would recommend that. But Toys Era is yeah, they're kind of expensive too, so I would personally pass on that. As far as Juggernaut, it looks nice, but then again, how long is this figure gonna hang around? What I mean by that is that because Deadpool is maybe getting a reboot because they just got bought by Disney. So this Juggernaut figure that we have, I mean, he appeared on Deadpool too, but is there gonna be more? That's the only concern I have. So if you buy this figure, for example, like Colossus from that movie, if they reboot it, the movie is not that, for me at least, it's not that epic that you can rewatch it and you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad I got Juggernaut. It might not. There's certain movies that you would like Thanos, for example. If you get Thanos, I think Infinity War and Endgame would, they're cemented their legacy as far as films are concerned. But I don't think about Juggernaut and Deadpool like that. That is not a movie that you would watch if you want to hit the gym or something. So that you want to keep on watching. That's my point. 3-0 Transformers. Oh man, Kyle, I pre-ordered. I got Bumblebee, which surprisingly, oh, you can't see it here. I was surprised how good it is, and then I pre-ordered Optimus. I'm gonna get him soon from Big Bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the other two, whatever his name is, Soundwave or. But yeah, I mean, I wish I hope I could. Oh, cute. Somebody asked me that earlier. I believe it's Jack. It will be DX11. This guy right here. Oh, I'm gonna move around. DX11 would be my only figure that I would save. Would you buy that though, Austin, if they made a dress down T'Challa figure? Because if they do, that would cost $200. If I were you, if you have I hope somebody makes a proper dress for $40, and then we can buy a body, and that's it. That's the only thing that I would say. Because honestly, I would want a T'Challa figure so I can honestly use the throne that I bought, because I'm not gonna sit down Black Panther in that. I'm not gonna crease him, honestly. But if I get because how much was that? They were selling a body and it's for $130, something insane. It's like I'm not gonna spend $130 just to form a T'Challa. However, if they sell just the dress itself, that when I would go, sorry, we already have from Hot Toys. Body is easy. We can buy this body for like $20 in eBay, and then just replace the hands to an African American hands. So even if the body is just the generic 1/6 scale white body, if you change the hands, if it's long sleeve, you won't even see it anyway. And I'll go on from there. I don't even need the Fison body. A lot of people are just crazy about this Fison bodies, but I'm not. Oh, cute. I'm a big gamer, man. I love Telltale. That for me, that's an easy platinum right there. But as far as the story, the last part did disappoint me. I'm not gonna lie, because it's all kids. No Kia figure. Talking about the phone, or is it? Or you're talking about or Nikia, or what her name is? See, that's tricky, man. I no, I'm having second doubts buying the other guy, Michael B. Jordan, because he's dead, and he. Don't get me wrong, I love Black Panther movie. I think it's one of the better Marvel movies, certainly better than some of the most recent that they released. And he's one of the best villains, I would say, maybe second to Thanos. Loki is I don't know if he's really a villain anyway, but I would say, yeah, Michael B. Jordan is one of the second best villain of Marvel Cinematic Universe, hands down. But then again, he's dead, And would he really make a mark? I don't think so. I think we'll forget about him. Yeah, Okoye. Because Austin, if they make a Nokia figure, that'll be 3310 or 5110. I don't know if you're old enough to remember these phones, but they're made like a brick. So, Kyle, I have no clue, man. What is with these cost babies, and how much do they cost anyway? Oh no, they cost a lot of money. I don't. If you guys, I don't know if any of you here collect Funko Pop. Don't want to offend anyone, but if you do, don't. No, I'm just saying collect whatever you want. But I just feel like because they don't move and they're so expensive, I just don't see me doing that. But damn, 50 to $80, I'd save that 50 to 80 and buy a proper Hot Toys because that's crazy. Oh, Austin, yeah, so you saw that those Kia phones. You can use them for self defense. No, cute. Demo season. There's a season 4. I thought that was the final season. Damaged Red Jacket. No, I haven't seen that. I gotta see that. Yeah, I think Kyle, like what happened to Funko was there was the element of nostalgia that you can see Back to the Future and all that stuff, but now it became so saturated that maybe it's still worth something. I don't know. I honestly don't know the market for Funko Pop, so I'm not in the authority to talk about them. However, I personally wouldn't collect them, but that doesn't mean that you should listen to me. Austin, yeah, Hot Toys. Yeah, I've been to Hot Toys. Maybe 2011. Yeah, 80s kid here too. Well, I was born in the 80s. Mostly, into action figures. So lately, like Kyle, I'm kind of slowing down on buying figures, and I want to keep my passion kind of going. That's why I've been doing this. Initially, I didn't want to, but there's really not much, not much to be excited about, honestly. '08 and '09. So you were in the era of like Two Face. You remember those hot days where Hot Toys always released two head sculpts? Like when we got Two Face, there's two head sculpt. Green Goblin has two head sculpt. DX01. Man, those were the days. Even though obviously the technology has changed, they're better in painting now. But the premium feel, you know what I mean, Kyle? Sometimes you open a DX figure, it's all like foamed and all that stuff. That was awesome. Goddamn, Austin, hold on. Let me let me see that. Mesco. Keep on forgetting, man. Mesco Batman. 1989. Oh wow. Oh, are you talking about this guy with a big head? Is it this one? Oh, hold on. Is it this one, Austin? Or is there a regular one? Because this one looks like it has a big head. Like an NBA Jam kind of. I mean, the face looks terrific. Don't get me wrong. It looks just kind of weird to me. Oh, maybe you're talking about this guy. 189? Okay, maybe it's this guy, right? Oh man, this is nice. Is it already released? Hey man, thank you for pointing this out. I might actually get this. Let me go to Big Bad right now. Hey, you know what, Kyle? Not much has changed when it comes to Hot Toys quality control, especially if you buy like a lot of Iron Man. But yeah, they were bad. Not only that, Kyle, like as of now, you buy a Hot Toys, they're still kind of like hit or miss, honestly. I mean, they're better now, but Yeah, good question, Kyle. Austin, are they gonna make a Joker out of this Batman? Because that would be, you know what? If this Batman is this good, I might buy a Batmobile, and obviously it's gonna be a lot smaller too. I can finally own a proper Batmobile. Q, and are you talking about Clementine? Commission the head sculpt, commission the jacket, make the rest myself, and 3D print the boots. Would you do something more? No, no, that would be enough for Clem. Are you gonna make Lee though? Man, I can't remember the other Walking Dead, but the first one would always stick to me. Mo. If Hot Toys wasn't around, what would you start collecting next? Before Hot Toys, I was collecting video game collectibles. Like I said, I was a big gamer growing up. Still is up until PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4 kind of slowed it down. Now I'm back because like Hot Toys is just not boring me lately. But would I still buy those video game collectibles? Not anymore. I just feel like, honestly, I feel like they're a big waste nowadays. The only one that I have pre-order is the Last of Us 2, and I'm hoping big things about them. But yeah, that probably would I be collecting. Austin, I feel you, man. I That Batman is great. Is that released yet? Hold on, Mesco Batman. Damn, autocorrect putting me to Mexico Batman. Um, okay, Justice League collecting back tactical suit. DC Comics. God damn, there's a lot of 149 sold out, arriving September 2020. God damn it, I missed it. Pre-order sold out. It's okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, Austin. Kyle Funko Pops. Am I gonna see you at GameStop? Just buying a bunch of Funko Pops. Kuhn, do you also have the idea Hot Toys is getting lazy with their releases? I don't think they've been really lazy because they Marvel has always been their crutch. Worst case scenario, I'll release a Marvel figure, it would sell. But now that Marvel has kind of slowed down tremendously, they need to be a little bit more creative. How? I'm not sure because we've been spoiled by Marvel, and DC is not here to save the day for them as well. Maybe Wonder Woman 84 would release some interesting figures. What else? Is there any new movie on the horizon? Maybe the Patterson Batman, but it's gonna take years. They gotta be creative right now because right now they're the I feel at least that they're going downhill as far not as far as the quality because they've been improving, but the interest has been going downhill. Kyle, no man, 150. That is in the Hot Toys category right there. A typical Mesco is 85, but then again, he has two head sculpt though, which is unnecessary. That should be just mouthpiece. But then again, and also just to answer your question, I think Mesco has a really big chance, at least for me, to switch over because their figure has no joints. They use mixed media. I wish I would have honestly. I wish I would have started at Mesco, but I invested too much in Hot Toys now and 1/6 scale that they would just look kind of weird if I mixed them together. But look at this tactical suit Batman from Mesco though. I mean, it's like a miniature version of the Hot Toys one. I mean, that looks great for right posing and all that stuff. I mean, I can make it look good in my picture. Austin, I know, and we see this dude as the shiny, sparkly vampire. In well, I haven't seen the movie, but I know he was the vampire. He better bulk up though. He better get that back. He gotta need some street cred to play some Batman. I know, Mo. I know what you feel. Like Mesco, I wish they were 1/6, but then again, if they were 1/6, they'll be more expensive. And if they're more expensive, then we would gravitate to Hot Toys. So I think to me, they picked the right price point, which is under 100. Yeah, I think they, because if they go 1/6, let's say at most they'll be 150. Now you're thinking it's like, hey, if I just add $50 more, I can get a Hot Toys. So I'll just go grab some Hot Toys. Baby AJ. Yep. A baby AJ would be nice. What else is there? She has a gun, right? Dune? Or a backpack. Maybe a backpack. Dune, have you played any Telltale games outside of Walking Dead? They got some nice ones. They got that. Batman, I believe. Oh man, we got some 14 peeps in here. There's like 5 of us talking. Hey, don't be shy. Join in, people. This is what it's all about, so we can interact. Mo, I feel you, man. Like even 1/9, which is I have the Enter Bay 1/9. And what's up, Red Wolf? Um, yeah, 112. Anything, honestly, anything below 1/6, I feel like is maybe because we started at 1/6, so we're a little biased here. But yeah, anything below 1/6, I feel like smaller than 1/6 is not worthy of displaying. Honestly, I got Enterbay made some high quality 1/9 for their NBA. I got some, and that's where they have the most recent players as well. So, but I know what you feel, Mo. But as far as taking pictures, if you're into photography, they it could work. It could work. Displaying them is a different this is a different beast though, because these guys are IKEA ones are made for 1/6. Red Wolf, do you collect any helmets or vehicles? Hot Toys vehicles, yes. I have Tumblr but that's it. Tumblr and Batpod. As far as helmets, video games. I got the you can't see it up there, but I got one of those Killzone helmets, but they're for collectible editions, and the Halo 3 helmet collectibles edition, but that's it. Hyun, I would need to choose between official companies or third parties. What would you choose? Not in quality, but characters. You mean other than Hot Toys? Mesco would be one. I would start with Mesco if like depending on what you need. Like if it's like Lord of the Rings, Asmus. We'll go with Asmus. Anything weird? Star Ace. They got this fascination with Quentin Tarantino movies. Oh, Red Wolf. It is a Canon N50. It's actually a mirrorless SLR. So that's why the bokeh is quite nice. It's a 2.5 22 mil fixed lens. And yeah, 22 mil. It's M50. My main camera, I just use this for streaming and and then you got to run it through Sparko Cam. But my main camera that I use for it's a 4K 90D. I'm a Canon guy. Yeah. I use this M50 a lot if you're going out because it's so light, it's so convenient, and you can see the bokeh is nice. I still have to get the Elgato light for my face, but Red Wolf, I know. Been a Canon guy ever since 2000s. I know Sony's been making waves lately, but it's just hard for me at least for me. I know mirrorless is the new wave now. It's hard for me to relearn new menus and all that stuff. So I stuck with Canon. Just pure comfort. Spec wise, they're not the best. Sony I think is running away with that. Although um, there's another company, Fuji is pretty good too, but I don't know, man. Just gonna stay with Canon for now. Damn toys, I'm gonna make remake figures. I would be all for it. I might even switch up, like with this current state of collecting that we don't have a whole lot of Marvel and DC. I might switch over to like video game characters. I might go that route now. So hey, Dutch figure, yeah, and that Dutch has been released. I don't know, like 10 years ago or something. I don't know if there's it. They might sell though. Austin. I always think like in the company's point of view sometimes, because it's easy to say I like this, but the question is it gonna sell? As a collector, I think it still would sell because I think Hot Toy should cater to us. By us, I mean guys who are between 35 to hey Marco Polo, what's going on, man? Oh well, thank you for watching. And you're from the Philippines. I am too. So I'm not in the Philippines now, but I am from the Philippines. But well, join in, man. You gotta join in the chat. We the more the merrier here. Yeah, Austin, going back, I think they should cater to us because honestly, when I was 20, and I can't speak for everyone here, when I was 20 to 30, I didn't really care much about this. I was busy doing other stuff like chasing people and, being cool. But once you reach a certain age, you become, plus you got a better job. That should be their demographics. So, hey, Austin, no, we all can't wait for Mike 85, man. I want the battle damage too and the non battle damage. Clone Wars Rebels figures. I don't doubt it, Red Wolf. Marvel hype train is gone. So either they stick with Spider-Man, and I think since they got the license for Star Wars, they're gonna pump out as many figures of Star Wars as possible. So yes, I think they that is highly possible. No more Iron Man, so they gotta get in something. Mark 85, man, the battle damage. I at first I was like, man, why didn't I wait? Why did I pre-order the non-battle damage when they announced the battle damage? But now I figure I was like, you know what? Endgame for me is kind of like a historic movie. I don't mind having a couple of Iron Mans. Plus, what could go wrong if you have a couple of Iron Mans? The worst thing could happen down the line is you sell one Iron Man and you'd probably get your money back. That's it. Paint, sorry, man. I mean, I used to paint when I was in college, but most people use spray paint. I don't think I'm the right person to give you advice on this. I haven't put together a figure myself. So, hey, K Tech Techless. I again, I'm butchering all these names. If I had to get one, I would honestly get Mark 85. I kind of regret pre-ordering Mark 85. Sorry, that came out wrong. I am gonna go with 85 battle damage. That's an iconic pose, the snap, his face, everything about it is iconic. If you have 85 battle damage, you might not even need Mark 85 non-battle damage. Although I'm getting both. I'm saying if you can only get one, I would get the battle damage one for sure. Austin, 50 or 85? 85, I would say. 50 is more iconic for me because that his battle with Thanos with using that Mark 50 is better than his fight scene with Thanos on Endgame with 85. That's how I feel. Like the 50, like he scratched Thanos. On 80, when he was wearing 85, he got his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked. And there's three of them. But the Mark 50 battle that he did with Thanos, and Thanos in that movie didn't even I think he has a few stones and it still stood a chance. Red Wolf, least favorite Iron Man. Oh wow. Least. I always thought that the anyone from Iron Man 3 is ridiculous. That's a red snapper. I was like, why? You know, the red snapper, the guy was like was big arms and all that stuff. Yeah. That's I if you guys have like a Iron I mean unless you're like Danobi who's really likes Iron Man, it's time to get rid of the plastic Iron Mans. But 85 he died in. Is that that's why I'm gonna buy the battle damage 85. I think it's iconic. As far as being a badass, you know, like because the first time I saw him transform in 50, it's really it's really cool. But 85, no, I'd rather have him. I want to remember Iron Man in Mark 3, but we don't have a proper Mark 3. Unfortunately, even the diecast version is not that good. I sold my Mark 3. I think that is Iron Man, through and through, the first one that we got. But 8550 to me is a must have. It's so iconic that you should have that in your possession, I feel like. Top three movies, Kyun. Dark Knight, Infinity War, and I guess Endgame. It's just like those three. Maybe you can put Infinity War and Endgame in one category. Then I would say Winter Soldier. What about the suits he was in? Not what's HPP, Red Wolf? Mark 50 he beat Thanos in. Yeah, I think he scratched Thanos in Mark 50, right? With Mark 50. Q, and do you also think it's a waste no company made a 1/6 Bob Ross? What's this fascination with Bob Ross lately? I'm surprised. Is it because of Deadpool that he, like lately I've seen people like making Bob Ross. I've been watching him when I was young because back then, he was being shown at 3 o'clock. He was painting and all that stuff, which was cool. But I just didn't understand what the fascination lately with Bob Ross. Do I think it's a waste? I don't think so. I grew up watching Bob Ross. I wouldn't buy it. I just let's say you bought Bob Ross. Let's say it's like $230. You get him. You can't display him with anyone else. Maybe you idolize the guy growing up, but I just don't see him fitting well with anyone else. What up, Robert? Hey, man, Robert. I was starting to get concerned. You weren't logging in, so I don't know, man. Like it's oh red. It's random, wherever I feel like it. Red Wolf, Hall of Armors. So you're asking what is the least suit I like in his Hall of what the least suit that I find him in the Hall of Armor? Mark II, no doubt. I don't like that Mark II at all. Yeah, Mo. I mean, Sideshow should just give up altogether, man. They should stop. It, okay, I don't want them to stop. I want them to be priced at 150. Then I'll consider them. Oh, Red Wolf, do you have any Hall of Armors? Yes, it's right here. There's only three of them. I can only fit three. So, Austin, you know what? I can't even argue with that. Right here. This is the Hall of Armor that I have. They're not lit up though. They're not cheap looking, man. I mean, I like them. They light up. I can only afford three because seven requires too much space and expensive as well. But Austin, I can't even argue with your goat movie for Avengers. It's I wouldn't even start. I wouldn't say it started it at all. I started I guess the genre of teaming up. I always credit the Nolan universe, and you can disagree with me on this. I think it just. Oh, Robert, don't worry. I already set it up for you. I shot that collection tour, so just It's still in the basement. It's still in the basement, and I sold that 66 Batman. But going back to you, Austin, I feel like I gotta credit Nolan for this revolution. Hey, Techless, hey, I Red Wolf, yes, I did. You know what? I have another one, the updated version, but I did have a Hall of Armor. That was back in 2014, I think, when it first came out. But yes, I have one. Just searching on my channel. Robert, Civil War. I love that. Anything that the Russo brothers did, I actually did like. And then there's like the in betweens that it was okay, but like Captain Marvel. Um, they're good. They're okay. Would I watch them again? Absolutely not. Austin, I can't agree with you more, man. They did Hulk dirty, man. What happened to him? I was hoping he'd redeem himself after getting beaten at Infinity War. I mean, he's the Hulk, you know? And then he came back, and he can't come back like a regular person with a bigger body because the rage is gone. We need the Hulk. I was hoping he'd have a one-on-one with Thanos without the gauntlet, and he'd win. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. I hated what they did with the Hulk. They need a redemption there. No, Austin, man. I mean, X-Men movies were more of a comic booky. Nolan give credibility, I feel like, to comic book movies. Like X-Men, you get Wolverine and Storm, like whatever they saw in the comics, they did. But I think Nolan legitimized comic book movies for us in a way that they can take them seriously. That's how I feel like. Because after that, after Nolan came out with Batman Begins, then Iron Man 3 came about, and it's not as, goofy as, like, I wouldn't say X-Men's goofy, but like Fantastic Four and this X-Men, they're okay. They're entertaining, but no one took them, like, seriously. I know, Robert. It's a tough choice, man. Some of them you got to leave in the box. Yeah, Austin, but the team up movies, even this new Infinity War, the tone is totally different compared to the X-Men movies back in the 90s or early 2000s. The early 2000 team up movies were more of a big fight scene. Yay, we got adrenaline pumping up, and that's it. This Infinity War and Civil War and even the first Avengers, it was more of okay, it's a combination. It's oh, it's going down. It's over sort of thing. In Nolan verse, I don't think Bruce Wayne was trying to be cool though. Yeah, Tony Stark is, but it's as far as individual movies, Batman would kill every Iron Man movies for Nolan for me. Because Iron Man 2 and 3 was not that good in me. Nolan's last two movies, the Marvel wasn't even established. His Dark Knight came out 2008. And if by meaning you crushed, you mean box office wise, and that might be true because Marvel has more pull, but it doesn't mean it's a better movie. Like as far as gross wide, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 made more than Dark Knight. It doesn't mean that Guardians is a better movie than Dark Knight. So if that's what you mean. Gonna be Batman because parents died. You're gonna stop being Batman because Rachel died. Hey, that's how Batman is, man. Just like Tony Stark would be Iron Man, I wouldn't be Iron Man anymore, and then all of a sudden he got nanotech suit. It was kind of like Spider Man. Uncle Ben always dies. I mean, we can say that to every character, honestly. What do you think of the 3-0 Berserk? Mo, is that a? I'm not even sure. Is that the game, the Berserk guy? That was a game, right? Austin, we have so many Batmans. We have as much Batman as Spider-Man. So it is getting, well, it's the moneymaker. I don't even blame DC or Marvel. They make money, so they're gonna keep on dumping it off. They're gonna keep on making Batmans and Supermans and Spider-Mans. Yeah, Robert, man, those females gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful with those ladies. They'll make you quit. Austin, we don't need that much Batman, but the ball's gonna keep on rolling. I'm telling you. Uh, Tony Stark is still fresh. Trust me, in a few years, we're gonna have another one. We're gonna always associate Robert Downey to Iron Man until we get a better Tony Stark. I honestly prefer, well, up until the Justice League. Do Enterbay still make NBA players 1/6? Marco, I don't think so. Well, they do. They did Kobe. I mean, they did the Jordan, but I think they will stop production altogether. I mean, they're just bad at this point. They're not making money. Enter Bay. I think they're going to close out soon, if I'm not mistaken. Robert, I don't think that's going to happen at all. Two different line. One is owned by Warner, I believe, unless Disney buys Warner. Austin, I don't know if I can say Marvel push things. I mean, I honestly like the tone of DC better before Justice League, the darker tone. I honestly like that because at least it's not too childish. But by pushing things, you mean pushing more characters? Like because I don't see them being like I was so upset when let's say with Infinity War. As much as I like those movies, at the end of it, when they killed all the characters, I was like, we know they're coming back. I was like, I mean, it's like I don't make us an idiot. We know all these half of the characters are coming back, but yeah, I don't know. The death of Iron Man wasn't really a surprise for me because Robert Downey's 50. He can't be Iron Man forever. Black Widow was an easy kill. It was either her or Hawkeye. Yeah, that's a problem with DC. They didn't took time to create their universe, and I feel like they shouldn't. I think now is a good time to get Avengers Loki. You think price is coming down? I honestly wouldn't get Avengers Loki, Robert. I just get the Dark World Loki. I know, Austin. That I would agree. Even though I don't think Ant Man, Black Panther is a good character. Ant Man, we can live without. Guardians of the Galaxy, we can live without. But I think like DC should introduce more characters, which they did. They did introduce us Aquaman and Wonder Woman. They put it there. Flash, just now. They're a bit late because they're too individual character centric. The Marvel, I would give them this. They had a larger plan. The question now is how would they? The only time because the new phase of Marvel, the Phase 4, doesn't interest me at all. With this Wanda and Vision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, these are B-rated characters. I feel like. Um, they're B characters. The only way I would say that they would get back the same. I mean, Captain Marvel is not going to save Marvel. Yeah, they removed the pillars, which is Iron Man and Captain America. They need to cross over with X-Men to make them interesting. They should stop being dark and making everyone into Iron Man. Who did? Oh, you're talking about Flash? I don't even know if that's the right Flash. Honestly, I don't know why they took that guy. That because the problem with the that Justice League is they took the guy who directed Josh Whedon, who directed the first Avengers movie, and they're not DC. All right, Austin, you're talking about his corn like costume. Yeah, they should have stuck with the what do you call that? The Aquaman from Justice League. I kind of like that. The corn like didn't translate well to Hot Toys as well. Austin, I can say the same thing with Marvel. I mean, they gave us Captain Marvel and Ant Man. I mean, Ant Man too. I was funny because I was watching Danobi and Benjamin, and it was just like Ant Man too. Really? Yeah, they're not. But Robert, though, I like the fact that DC is trying to make it dark. I like that. I wish it was a bit darker, honestly. That Justice League. I think it would have been better. They shouldn't do this vibrant Marvel feel good movie, in my opinion. They should do the exact opposite. That was Dark Knight. That was Dark Knight. That was Nolan. That was the Nolan Foundation. They should just follow that. It worked with BVS, I feel like, and then they complete they feel like they're trying to compete with money with Disney. They're not going to win. Just look at the Joker. Look how they it only they made a lot of money too. Edmund, yeah, Austin Edmund was not bad. The movie was, yeah. Yeah, DC is all over the map. Like they're the X-Men version when it comes to Marvel. Like X-Men is all over the map, like from Dark Phoenix to, like, are we going back and forth here? Kind of like, but hopefully Disney puts a direction to them though. Yeah, that's how I feel about X-Men. I mean, it's still entertaining. X-Men to me, I'm still gonna watch it. I watched the Dark Phoenix in the movie. It was it was not good. It was not bad. I feel like it's still entertaining. I'm not gonna rewatch it, but no, that's not gonna happen, Robert. That I highly, highly doubt it. I wish the next Wolverine would somebody with no name, because as much as people disagreed with Hugh Jackman because he's too big, I think he will be always be associated with Wolverine. I hope they do. Somebody should get DC and give them direction, really, because they before Marvel wasn't even that good back in the 80s, and Marvel Studios did a really good thing with Iron Man, and then that just bloomed. And I feel like DC's IP, given the right hands, they got some interesting characters. I feel like that is not being explored right now, kind of like X-Men. Somebody like Disney already has X-Men. They better do something good about it. Yeah, I hope Jackman does one more Wolverine, honestly. But they kind of killed him in Logan though, so they got to do some BS time travel shit again. That's Endgame type of time travel to bring him back. He needs to cross over to Avengers. I think that would gain the interest back, because uh, I'm telling you, like Wanda and Vision is not gonna carry it for Marvel. Wanda Vision and even Black Panther. Also, you're talking about DC. Well, we'll see with Wonder Woman 84. Yeah, we'll see. Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman was pretty good. They're not. Yeah, they rushed Justice League. That's the biggest problem for them. They rushed it. As far as the Avengers, I'm interested to see how the Avengers, if they make another Avengers movie and their headliner is Doctor Strange, because um there's no more Iron Man or Captain America to hold down the fort. Ugh. Enix, I know too. Yeah, I want the next Suicide movie. They better not. I think it would just be good if they don't copy Marvel's formula. The previous Suicide movie felt like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Which one, Robert? Which characters? New characters? There better be X Men characters because I'm telling you, like I don't care whoever they pull out of the Marvel characters unless it's somebody big name. Yeah, I think Thor is gonna be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I hope he loses his weight because that was not a good look. It's funny though, but it's not a good look. That would be nice. I'm telling you, if they cross over X Men to Avengers, that's one way to give legitimacy to the remaining Avengers characters. Because if they make an Avenger with War Machine, um, Falcon as Captain America, that's gonna fail. I know, Mo. I know what you mean. DC, you can make an argument before Iron Man, before 2008, Marvel was nothing. Like you don't even hear about them. Like the only one you hear about them was Spider Man and X Men, but Fox has them. I think DC, the more the merrier. You know, I don't want to make it DC versus Marvel, but the more movies that we have to watch, the better. Because I think this is their chance. This is their chance because Marvel is thin right now because of what they did with Endgame, not by their own fault. This is a creative decision that they made, and I support that completely. No, man, Austin, Marvel. Soon as Black Widow, that's why that's why they still need Tony Stark. You know, it's a prequel, but they needed Tony Stark to get an appearance because they know it's a delicate situation if they release a Black Widow movie just by herself. That's a risk. I know NXT. I'm not a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, I mean it's fun, but that's not the type of movie I want to watch. Honestly, I mean it's a good fun, but I'm telling you, Marvel is it's not going to be the same. I don't. I want to see the Phase 4. I'm interested to see Phase 4 because right now, if DC makes a proper, let's just say Wonder Woman 84 is good, then let's say they make a good Flash. They make another Justice League with the same cast. Out, let's just say it's not Robert Pattinson, and then Marvel releases another Avengers with their current cast, and then the front page has oh no, Austin, they have everything to prove right now. Phase 4 has everything to prove. If your front face is not Robert Downey Jr. anymore and it's Brie Larson, that's a tough sell. You lose Chris Evans and Robert Downey. They needed a better Hulk, I suppose. If they reintroduce the big Hulk, the big bad Hulk, maybe they'll get it back. Again, like I don't think it's all about breaking records because Joker didn't break any records. This Joaquin Phoenix Joker, he got an Oscar though. I think there's going to be a Doctor Strange movie again. I don't know. Did you guys enjoy that Doctor Strange one? That's kind of like trippy for me. Oh, they don't own the full rights. Who owns the rights to Hulk? I thought Marvel has that. No, it's making me wonder, man. I like what's his name, uh, the guy who played the Hulk, but I always wondered if Norton played the Hulk, would it have been better? Because that was a pussy Hulk that we, the one that we got lately. Even when they were running from Wakanda, on the trailers, they have him running, and then on the final movie, he became the Hulkbuster. Man, they really destroyed Hulk. They got to redeem that guy. I'll say I don't. You're making this as a like selling point, like whatever DC versus Marvel. I enjoy both. Justice League, I think it's much as a joke as like Doctor Strange. I'm assuming it's. I didn't enjoy Doctor Strange as much as I didn't enjoy Justice League. Now, if you're gonna compare Justice League to the first Avengers, it's not even a comparison. It's bad. Oh, they did acquire Hulk. Hulk versus Wolverine would be nice. Would be a redeeming factor to Hulk. Yeah, but they better make it right though, Robert. Yeah, they better make it right. And X-Men needs to come back from the ashes. I don't care. They got to reboot X-Men. Whether they start with the young guns, I say they start back with whoever played Sansa, whatever her name is. They got to start with that. They can't go back to the old X-Men. They're too old now. Yeah, man. I think Magneto, whatever his name is, Michael Fassbender. I like him as Magneto. I really do. I think they should stick with him and then roll with this X-Men and then kind of cross it over, kind of X-Men versus Avengers. That would be interesting. Who's Thing? Oh, the guy from Fantastic Four. That I don't think anyone's gonna watch that anyway. If it's Hulk versus the Thing, well, people will still be, but yeah, that would be a good movie, and people are gonna watch it. Honestly, what would DC have with that? They have. I'm sure they have a lot of characters. It's just not being explored yet. As far as superheroes, anyone that I hate. You know what, Robert? I'm not that big of a comic book guy, so I hate Cyclops. Is he? Are you just basing it off the? Is he really a douche, or they just made him a douche because of the movies and whatever? No, I don't hate anyone. Find them all. Who wouldn't want to see that? No, for sure. I know a bunch of people who don't want to see like comic book movies, not just Hulk versus Thing, but he caused Marvel zombies. I do trust Disney though. I think Disney's gonna make the right decision here. I think the guys running Disney is smart enough to know that they need some sort of a push. And I think like they acquire Fox for 4 billion. I think Marvel Zombies. I mean, I gotta check that out. That looks like an interesting read. Oh shit, man! It's 5:17. All right, guys, I gotta go real quick. I gotta go somewhere else, but I'll see. Check back again next Saturday. We'll do this again. All righty.